On October 9, 1949, Jean Spangler's tattered purse was found in Griffith Park, Los Angeles, 2 days after she vanished. Inside was a mysterious note to Kirk mentioning a doctor, hinting at her secretive life. The police investigated various theories, including a botched abortion and links to Hollywood and gangsters. Despite questioning a prominent actor, no charges were made, and Jean's whereabouts remain unknown. Her disappearance joins the unsolved cases of women vanishing in 1940s Los Angeles, echoing the infamous Black Dahlia murder.
Born in Seattle, Washington, on September 2, 1923, Jean Elizabeth Spangler and her family eventually moved to California, where she attended Franklin High School in Los Angeles. Spangler danced with the Earl Carroll Theatre and Florentine Gardens as a teen. Upon graduating in 1941, she met Dexter Benner, a manufacturer whom she married after a whirlwind romance the following year. However, the marriage was not a happy union. Eventually, Jean filed for divorce, citing cruelty, but the couple continued their on-off relationship, and Spangler gave birth to a daughter, Christine. Born April 22, 1944, Spangler soon found herself engaged in a long and bitter custody battle with her former husband over their daughter, with Benner initially granted custody of Christine in 1946. He reportedly denied Spangler the right to see her daughter. However, by 1948 the dispute was eventually decided in her favor. With her background as a dancer and model, Spangler was attempting to break into acting, and by 1949 she appeared to have succeeded in her determination to make it in Hollywood when she was cast in bit parts in several films. She also appeared as a dancer in several uncredited roles, including in Walter Lang's 1948 film When My Baby Smiles at Me, the 1949 comedy Chicken Every Sunday. Her last role would be in the musical drama Young Man with a Horn, released after she died in 1950. Jean Spangler, a 27-year-old actress and dancer, vanished on October 7, 1949, in Los Angeles. She left her home around 5 p.m., telling her sister-in-law Sophie that she was meeting her ex-husband, Dexter Benner, to discuss child support. She also mentioned working a night shoot for a film, though no details were given. Sophie recalled Jean asking how she looked before leaving. Later, Jean called home, stating she would be working late and might not return that night. This was the last time anyone heard from her. When Jean didn't return the next morning, Sophie reported her missing to the police. Initial investigations centered on Dexter Benner, who claimed he hadn't seen Jean for weeks. His alibi was corroborated by his new wife. Lynn, a saleswoman at the nearby farmer's market, remembered seeing Jean waiting for someone around 6 p.m. that evening, adding a layer of mystery to her disappearance. 2 days later, on October 9th, a Griffith Park employee found Jean's purse near the park's entrance. Its straps were torn, and inside was a handwritten note addressed to Kirk, mentioning a Dr. Scott. This clue led police on a futile search for these individuals, as neither name was familiar to Jean's friends or family. The discovery of the purse prompted a large-scale search of Griffith Park involving police and volunteers. Despite their efforts, no further evidence was found, deepening the mystery. Speculations ranged from a botched abortion to foul play involving Hollywood figures or gangsters. Jean's background was scrutinized for possible leads. Born on September 2, 1923, in Seattle, she had moved to Los Angeles, where she pursued an entertainment career. Her marriage to Dexter Benner was troubled, ending in a bitter custody battle over their daughter, Christine, who was eventually placed in Jean's care. Despite her personal struggles, Jean had begun to secure small roles in films. Her last known appearance was in the musical drama Young Man with a Horn. Her disappearance left a void in her family's life and a mystery that captivated the public and media. The investigation into Jean Spangler's disappearance involved multiple theories and suspects. One theory linked her to a botched abortion. Abortion was illegal in 1949, and it was rumored that Jean had sought one. The note found in her purse, mentioning Dr. Scott, seemed to support this theory. However, extensive searches for Dr. Scott yielded no results. Zhang's sister-in-law did not recognize the name, and police questioned every doctor with that name in Los Angeles, finding no connections to Zhang. This line of inquiry led nowhere, adding to the case's complexity. Another theory involved Hollywood connections. Zhang had recently worked on a film with actor Kirk Douglas, leading to speculation that he might be the Kirk mentioned in the note. Douglas, who was in Palm Springs at the time, denied any involvement, stating he barely knew Zhang. Police also explored the possibility of gang involvement. Zhang had connections to nightclubs owned by individuals linked to organized crime, including Mark Hansen and Mickey Cohen. These connections suggested she might have known people involved in illegal activities, but no concrete evidence supported this theory. Zhang's ex-husband, Dexter Benner, remained a person of interest. Despite his alibi, some suspected he had a motive to harm Zhang due to their contentious custody battle. However, no evidence linked him to her disappearance, and he was eventually ruled out as a suspect. The investigation faced numerous dead ends. Witnesses came forward with varying accounts, but none provided definitive leads. A gas station attendant reported seeing a woman matching Zhang's description with a man heading to Fresno, but this lead also failed to produce results. Zhang's case drew comparisons to the infamous Black Dahlia murder of Elizabeth Short in 1947. Both women were aspiring actresses who vanished under mysterious circumstances. This connection fueled media interest but provided no tangible clues to Zhang's whereabouts. Despite extensive efforts by the LAPD and public interest, the case grew cold. Zhang's family continued to hope for answers, but the lack of evidence and conflicting theories made it difficult to pinpoint what happened to her. The mystery remained unsolved, haunting those who knew her. The disappearance of Zhang Spangler left an indelible mark on Los Angeles and the true crime community. Her case remains one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries, with numerous theories but no resolution. The absence of closure continues to captivate those who study and discuss the case. Zhang's daughter, Christine, grew up without knowing what happened to her mother. The custody battle and her mother's disappearance left a profound impact on her life. Zhang's family never gave up seeking answers, maintaining hope that someday the truth would emerge. Over the years, the case has been revisited by various investigators and true crime enthusiasts. Some have suggested new theories, including possible connections to other unsolved crimes. Despite these efforts, no new evidence has come to light to solve the mystery. The media has kept Zhang's story alive through documentaries, books, and articles. Her disappearance is often cited as an example of the dangers faced by young women in Hollywood during that era. The case highlights the intersection of ambition, vulnerability, and the dark side of the entertainment industry. In recent years, interest in cold cases has led to renewed efforts to apply modern forensic techniques to old evidence. While Zhang's case has not yet benefited from such advances, it remains a candidate for future investigation. Advances in DNA technology and other methods could potentially shed new light on her fate. Zhang Spangler's legacy extends beyond her mysterious disappearance. Her story serves as a cautionary tale and a reminder of the countless individuals who vanish without a trace. It underscores the importance of persistence in seeking justice for missing persons and their families. Theories about Zhang's fate continue to circulate, from foul play involving powerful individuals to accidental death and cover-up. Each theory offers a glimpse into the possibilities but leaves more questions than answers. The case remains a puzzle that intrigues and frustrates in equal measure. As time passes, the hope for a resolution dims, but the quest for truth endures. Zhang Spangler's disappearance is a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the human desire for closure. Her story will continue to be told, inspiring those who seek to uncover the truth behind her vanishing. During the 1940s, the mobster Mickey Cohen held a tight grip over the criminal underworld in Los Angeles. Investigators explored the theory that Spangler's disappearance was related to Los Angeles gangsters with whom she purportedly was associated. She was known to have worked for a time as a dancer at Florentine Gardens, a nightclub owned by Mark Hansen and Niels Thorgranland. Incidentally, Hansen was considered a suspect in the murder of Elizabeth Short and was known to have been the last person to have spoken with her in the days leading up to her brutal death. It was Spangler's acquaintance with Hansen that might have led to an association with various mob affiliates, including bootlegger and gambling entrepreneur Anthony Canaro Stralla and Mickey Cohen, a violent gangster who worked on behalf of Al Capone's Chicago outfit and Bugsy Siegel. It's been alleged that Spangler had been seen with Little Davy Ogle, an associate of Cohen's, in Palm Springs, as well as in Las Vegas, Nevada with Ogle and Frank Nicoli, another Cohen associate. In September 1949, Nicoli disappeared after having been indicted on conspiracy charges. On October 9, 1949, 2 days after Spangler went missing, Ogle disappeared. This led police to investigate the possibility that Spangler and Ogle, who was also under indictment for conspiracy, had fled to avoid prosecution. Thomas Ellery Evans, a gangster and acquaintance of Ogle, was interrogated by police during their investigation. In April 1950, Spangler's sister Betsy testified that neither she nor her sister were ever acquainted with Ogle, Cohen, or any of his associates. That same year, a customs agent in El Paso, Texas, reported seeing Ogle and a woman who looked like Spangler in a local hotel. The hotel clerk identified Spangler from a photograph, but neither Ogle nor Spangler's names appeared on the hotel register. Because her life and career were tragically cut short, Jean Spangler never quite reached that level of success she craved in Hollywood. A young and talented woman and aspiring starlet who sought fame and fortune, but instead found her name immortalized through tragedy. The LAPD continued the search and circulated Spangler's picture for several years, and she is still listed as a missing person, and the LAPD has not closed the case. Until evidence is uncovered that reveals exactly what happened to her and why she went missing, the disappearance of Jean Spangler will continue to haunt the City of Angels.